Hello everybody, this is Kiereek here, and today we're doing a review for Half-Life. Now this is Half-Life including Opposing Force and Blue Shift. What is it? Well, it is an FPS game. It is the story of Gordon Freeman, a scientist at the Black Mesa facility. During his time there is somewhat of an accident, and in order to right your wrongs, escape from the facility, you get to shoot aliens, soldiers, all those fun things, explore the place, jump around, solve some simple puzzles, and try to get the hell out and save yourself, I would say. In the end, you end up saving a lot more. Now, pros. I was really pleasantly surprised. The story holds up. Even though it's been a long time since the game came out, writing doesn't get worse over time, I guess. Now, it's mostly told through the environment. That means through people talking, through what you see. There's no exposition from like a narrator. It's all from characters in the game. So it all very much feels like you are there. You are living the events. Now, the combat, it's still good. It still holds up. It is old school FPS. That means no iron sights, no real sprinting, but you do move fast enough anyway. It's looking like playing the old Wolfensteins, playing the old Dooms, playing the old Duke Nukems. You know, those old great games. It's still, shooting-wise, holds up. There's a bit of oddities here and there, but if you've ever played anything that's not a modern shooter, one of the old FPSs, you'll find that you fit right in. There's no adaptation needed. The environments, even though a lot of environments do pop up now and again, like tunnels, military-looking bases, lab facilities, ventilation shafts, somehow it manages to keep it very fresh, and I appreciate that a lot. I think it looks good, and it never really felt like I was lost. I never really felt like I didn't know that this place was a different place than the previous place, and it all was fresh. Right, that's kind of what you ask for. That's not the same stupid textures over and over. Now the cons for this game, the platforming, first-person platforming is nothing you really ever want to do. In the time, it was normal, and it's manageable. There are times, especially because Gordon Freeman's feet seem to be made of like butter, so he slips and slides all over the place, but it's not pleasant. I wish they hadn't. And in the future, obviously, in newer games, you don't see much of that anymore. Probably for a good reason. Sometimes it's not really clear where to go. You always kind of know where you are, but a lot of times, for example, let's take the hydroelectric dam. You arrive at the dam, you get fucking harassed by a helicopter. I didn't know, am I supposed to take this thing out? Is it even possible to take this thing out? A lot of the time, you don't know if you're doing damage to an enemy. You just kind of have to hope and pray that you didn't just waste a whole bunch of bullets on them. And in that dam area, you have to kind of make a daring jump, climb a ladder, open a thing, go underwater, possibly kill a fish thing, open another thing, and then finally get inside the other side of the dam, which you go along the river, you climb a place. There's like a event after event after event, and it's very confusing sometimes. I'm like, oh, well, how would I figure this out, man? So I didn't want it to hold my hand, but at the same time, like an arrow or something would have been nice. You can work that in the game, like a sign. But yeah, I don't know. I just got a couple times. I'll admit I had to look up where to go. Could have used more music. The music it did have was great. Fuck, right at the beginning, music was awesome. I think it was right after the first kickoff of the story after the reactor. I don't want to spoil stuff, but then some music kicked in. I thought that was like really damn good music. But after that, I didn't hear very much of it anymore. It kind of bummed me out. Finally, some of the weapons just don't really feel balanced. Machine gun, for example. It's got a great grenade launcher, but each of its bullets is only worth the same amount of damage, it appears, as a bullet from the basic pistol. Okay, but I guess it fires really fast, but honestly, I fire the pistol pretty fast too. The revolver, it does a massive amount of damage. The crossbow, same thing. Now the crossbow at least has some weird kind of like delay drop thing on it, but the revolver is pretty OP. It's hard to argue with that. And some of the big weapons, the alien weapons, you don't get them very long, but they are crushing. I would have liked to see a little bit more balance between weapons. I know I said finally, but I got one more point, and it's that some of the deaths feel kind of cheap. You don't always know what's going to hurt you and when that hurt is going to come. So I'll give you one example. There was a part where you're moving boxes around, and behind one of the boxes is a proximity laser mine. There's no way to know it's there. You push the box, boom, you're dead. Now, it puts you back to the last checkpoint. That's really fucking annoying. You know what I mean? I don't mind challenge, but I like to know it's coming. Not, it's the same thing as those Dark Souls. I like Dark Souls 1 because it felt fair to me. Dark Souls 2 often felt like I was getting ganged up and murdered for no reason. And I don't appreciate getting murdered for no reason. That brings us to our score. For gameplay, like I said, it still holds up. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. Controls are good. The design is good. And it's very intuitive. I have to give it a 2 out of 3. The only thing for gameplay that kind of sucked was the physics on how he runs and jumps and slides. And the odd, cheap death. Now, the addiction. I found it pretty addicting. Whenever I got on, it was definitely like, because the transitions very smoothly from one place to another, it was never like, oh man, I should get off now. It was like, holy shit, I gotta go. I gotta stop playing. So it draws you in. But I didn't really feel like it drew me back to the game when I wasn't playing. But once it has you, it's got you. So I give it a 1 out of 2 for sure for addiction. Reliability, I never had any problems. Why would I? It only uses a small fraction of CPU percentage, and it's old and true and tested. So I'd give it a 1 out of 1. For the atmosphere, like I said before, they made a great job of making you feel like you're in there. You know what I mean? The scientists don't mean very much, but when they get eaten or pulled into a vent or, picked up by one of those stringy things that hangs from the roof, it's awesome. And it really adds the atmosphere. The explosions going around you, the shaking, the things that are just happening and sometimes you can't intervene with. It all builds that atmosphere. The fear, like the head crab thingies, the fact that sometimes they just bust out from the ceiling and it's like, bam, whoa, God, I gotta kill him now. That's atmosphere building up, and it is effective. I give it a 2 out of 2. Replay value, I really didn't actually see much reason to replay it. Great story, nice game, but once you've done it once, is there a bonus to doing it again? I don't get anything else. It's just a matter of how fast you can do it, I guess. That's not really a replay value thing for me. It does come with some nice DLC, which are interesting, a little more challenging, I'd say, than the base game so far that I've seen. I give it a 0.5 out of 2 just for that DLC. That means the total score is a 6.5 out of 10. Pretty decent considering its age. It's held up very nicely. If you get a chance, try it out. It goes on sale. Like when it goes on sale, Valve just drops the price through the floor. And before I let you go, I'll give you a little story here. I got this game in 2007 for my birthday. I had a little Pentium 3 computer that we had gotten for $1 from the city, and not even $1 because it was 8 computers for $1. So whatever 1/8 of $1 is, and that's what I played this on. Now it came with all 3 games there: Half-Life, Opposing Force, Blue Shift. It also came with Team Fortress Classic. Honestly, I tried playing this game when I was little. I couldn't get into it. I played a ton of Team Fortress Classic. It was amazing. There was a good group of people. I was playing the Herself server. Nice game. But then when I played Half-Life 2 for the Orange Box in late high school, 8 years ago or something like that, I really enjoyed that. And now finally I decided, I've had this sitting in my computer for 10 years. It's been 10 years since I got this game. I had to install it, and I had to give it a go. And I'm glad I did. If you get a chance, guys, like I said, it hits rock bottom prices during sales. Valve just really lets it go. So check it out. It's got a HD texture update since the original game, which helps it out a bit. But even without that, I do recommend trying it. Thanks for watching. Check out my gameplay video as well. There's plenty of other videos out there that I have for you to watch. In the meantime, stay safe, have fun, and I'll see you again soon.